everybody. Welcome back. I am Bailey Gannett on the corporate communications team here at Sharewell, and we are coming at you live from our conference week. It is our Clear 2020 virtual conference. Throughout the entire week, we're going to be jumping on LinkedIn Live here with some of our sponsors, partners, customers, and other folks to kind of chat about what's going on, what you can expect, and some cool things to check out at the conference. So I am currently here with Kevin Alexandra of BeyondTrust. So Kevin, how are you today?
I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking. How about yourself?
Good, very good. So before we start, let's let everyone get to know you, introduce yourself. Let's hear a little bit about BeyondTrust for those of you who aren't familiar.
Yeah, sure. So as Bailey said, my name is Kevin Alexandra, and I'm the Director of the Technology Alliances program over here at BeyondTrust. And I work really closely with Cherwell and other technology vendors out there in our ecosystem. So BeyondTrust, we are a global leader in the privileged access management space, which allows us to help organizations revolutionize how they manage and how they track and give out privileged access to their users. So in our world, that kind of falls into three different buckets. It's how do users manage passwords for privileged accounts, privileged sessions, databases, servers, things like that. It's how do we control privileged access to a machine so that people can install software, maybe make system changes and just generally do their job. And then the third area is around how we help organizations provide support to their users. So you guys are all at home, your service desks are probably at home as well. How do they securely look after you when you're at home? And how do your third-party vendors come in and service your equipment? And how do they do all of that nice and securely throughout your environment? So those three areas encompass what BeyondTrust looks after.
Wonderful. And how does your guys' software help people to elevate employee experience?
Yeah, so user experience and security aren't typically things that people would associate with each other, I think it's fair to say. But security is really seen as the outcome and how we get people there. It doesn't have to be cumbersome. And in our opinion, if done correctly, security should be an enabler for the business. So if we think about how our tool helps organizations in the user experience, it's the end users themselves. So maybe yourself at home getting support, but also how do we improve the service desk experience as well for your actual service desk technicians who are also part of your company. So our tool takes the stance of helping both by putting all the right tools in the technician's hands when they need it, but then also making sure that everything that the user needs on the end of the line is there as well. So they have that chat functionality, they can interact, they can draw on the screen and help everybody out. So, done correctly, it improves the experience of both, because ultimately when you call into the service desk, you want your ticket resolved as quickly as possible by the right person at the right time. It doesn't have to go and get multiple people and install lots of things. So it's a security tool, but it helps improve the user experience.
Absolutely. Yeah, so that's wonderful. And then how would you say that you guys drive business results for your customers?
Yeah, so a huge metric around business results for our customers is that time it takes to resolve a ticket. That is the metric that all service desks are held under, and what our solution does is it helps organizations to close that first or reduce that first ticket response time, which is definitely how people are measured.
Absolutely. So we talked about what you guys do. We talked about how you can really elevate that experience for your customers and drive those results. But how does your solution integrate with Sharewell, for those of us who don't know?
Yeah, so the way that we integrate with Sharewell is that our remote support solution, which some people might know as previously called Bonga, it allows your support technicians to help any user, no matter where they are in the world, how they're connected, anytime, any place, anywhere, effectively. And of course, running any platform, because people have iPhones, they have Androids, they have Chromebooks, they have Apple devices, they have Windows devices. So it covers all of those. So what the solution does is it allows your service desk technicians to work with multiple people at the same time, chat with multiple users, and then it allows them to create that remote support connection so they can actually take over the device, fix the problem at hand. Maybe they can bring in other representatives but it allows them to do it all from one single console. It allows you Sharewell customers on the other side of the service desk to initiate sessions through the chat functionality. So it's all around helping to expedite the time it takes to help your support technicians connect to devices and provide remote support.
And I bet now that's more relevant than ever with everyone moving to remote work.
Absolutely. Everyone's at home, everyone's connected via different devices. And the great thing is this doesn't matter whether you're on a private connection, a work connection, cell phone connection, it's going to allow you to provide that remote support, which is absolutely essential.
So have you guys been pretty busy then as everyone's moved to remote work?
We have been extremely busy since everyone's moved to remote work, yes, as you can imagine. And we've had, as a result, we've implemented lots of trials that are available on our website as well, and a few new initiatives that have been driven by this work at home crisis.
Absolutely. I think we're going to be in this position for a while, so we'll see how it goes. So what's your favorite thing about being a Sharewell partner?
There's lots of great things about being a Sharewell partner. First and foremost, we love working with the Sharewell team. We're an organization that works in a really similar way, and we're really fortunate that our back-end organizations, they talk the same sales language. So when we're communicating, it's apples to apples, so it makes that communication lines really easy. Ayla and I, who's the partner manager that I work with really closely at Sharewell, we've fostered lots of relationships for our sales teams out in the field, and they're now engaging by themselves, which I think goes to show what kinds of organizations we actually are together. But beyond that, Ayla and I have been able to help each other through other areas of the ecosystem. It's not just what we produce for our own organizations, but also introductions to other industry vendors that we'd like to work with, and also helping each other with various things as well. So it's been a great relationship.
Good. We're glad to hear that. We love working with our partners.
Absolutely.
So then what's on the horizon for you guys? What are we expecting to see next? Got any big plans for 2021?
Yeah, so really up until this point, we've really been known as a security organization focusing on privileged access around passwords and our remote support side of things. But in 2021, we're going to be putting a big focus on our endpoint privilege management space and getting more ecosystem integrations there as well. So for those of you that aren't familiar with endpoint privilege management, it's around making sure that people have just the right permissions on their machine, what that they're logged into, to be able to install applications. And when they need new applications, how do we go about facilitating access to those new applications? Not something's broken, but more of a request. And you can probably see straight away the logical integrations that would extend to with Sharewell as well.
Oh, good. Well, then I think we'll be partnering and integrating even further then in a couple months. And then obviously we're here at Clear, so hopefully you're getting a chance to enjoy some of the sessions, but which session are you most looking forward to?
I'm definitely looking forward to hearing from your CEO, Sam. Really looking forward to hearing what's coming ahead for you guys in 2021. And then, of course, I'm really excited to see the session that's happening straight afterwards. Quick plug for our Deputy CTO, Christopher Hill. He's going to run a great session talking about how we combine the security aspect into the help desk and making sure that unmanaged privileges don't fall into the hands of hackers and become a source of compromise.
That sounds super interesting.
Sessions. It's going to be good.
Yeah, so if you guys want to attend that session, make sure you add it to your agenda. And then if you want to visit BeyondTrust booth in our sponsor concourse, you can as well by going to the conference hub. And then what about the benefits of attending a Sharewell conference? What keeps you guys coming back? What do you like to do here?
Yeah, there's two. Obviously, maximizing your investment in Sharewell. From a customer perspective, obviously you guys have invested and you've integrated that into your ecosystem. From a BeyondTrust point of view, it's the time and it's the energy that we invest into the relationship from our perspective. So we're really looking forward to maximizing that and learning more about what's coming. We get to connect with people in the sort of the behind the scenes people, especially if you're a customer, getting to connect with some of those behind the scenes people that man these sessions and these booths that you get access to, I think is phenomenal. And also just connecting with the overall community. This is the one place where everybody has the same agenda. Everybody there is talking the same language, and it's a great chance to connect with those people.
Absolutely. And now that it's virtual, I expect that we'll see even more folks from around the globe. We get everyone from IT directors to CIOs to CEOs. So it's a wide range of people interested in the space, which is great.
Absolutely.
And then before I let you go and get back to the conference, since we're all working remotely now, what's your best work from home tip?
Yeah, I think honestly, I've been working from home for a long time, not just since COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I think getting up and getting ready for work as you would any other day is really important, but also don't feel like you need to be chained to your desk. Feel free to get up and go outside and go and have your coffee sitting on the steps. Don't feel like you need to be chained to your desk. And then also engage with your colleagues. Turn your webcam on and you'll be surprised at how much more engaged you become. Ayla and I have certainly learned a lot about each other by having our webcams on. People come and go in the background. And, yeah, exactly. You just inevitably create that relationship, which is the huge thing that we will miss by being in person. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Kevin, thank you so much for joining us today. And again, guys, if you want to check out more about BeyondTrust, please visit their sponsor hub and the sponsor concourse page. And then also don't forget to stay tuned right after this because we have an exciting video from them as well. So thank you again for joining us, Kevin, and I hope you have a lovely rest of the conference.
My pleasure. Thanks very much.
Although remote working has been growing steadily for years, few organizations are prepared to enable and support a fully remote workforce as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. The operational and security challenges created by this shift are massive, but there are solutions that can help. Your employees need to connect to systems and applications necessary to perform their work. Your IT service desk needs to support employees in their homes around the world, and your third-party vendors and contractors need to continue performing critical tasks on your network. And this all needs to be done securely without maxing out your infrastructure and VPN. BeyondTrust secure remote access solutions enable remote employees, support staff, and third-party vendors to securely connect to the endpoints and systems they need without requiring a VPN, allowing your workforce to be productive without introducing security risks or straining your network. With BeyondTrust, employees working from home can connect back to their desktop or workstation at the office from any modern browser, securely without using a VPN. BeyondTrust can also help you secure those endpoints by only elevating privileges at the application level and whitelisting applications to protect against malware. Support staff can see and control remote computers and devices running Windows, Mac, Linux, Android, and iOS. They can also access the camera of a remote employee's mobile device to assist in setting up hardware and peripheral devices. Vendors and contractors can continue to connect and work on your systems and applications securely without the need for VPN. Every connection is centrally managed, permission-based, and recorded for security and compliance. We realize that times of unplanned change can create increased risk. BeyondTrust enables you to stand up your remote workforce quickly without compromising security. Visit BeyondTrust.com to learn more.